In this video, we will introduce PolicyFlow. PolicyFlow is a web-based analytic tool for exploring how policies are adopted over governments and their relationships. Who can use PolicyFlow? Experts in the context of policy settings such as policymakers or researchers are welcome, but any users without knowledge are also welcome to explore policies and adoption cases as well. Why PolicyFlow? Then why is it important to explore policies with PolicyFlow? Public policies have a great impact on our everyday life, especially these days, such as social restrictions or health-related policies. According to a number of studies, public policies tend to spread over countries, states, or cities. Political actors are connected to each other like a network. They look at each other when making policies, and they even compete or learn from each other. Our tool especially pays attention to state policies over the 50 states in the U.S. For example, for COVID-19 related policy, some states require masks, but others do not. Such policies may spread throughout states over time by an underlying influential relationship between states. What can you do with PolicyFlow? We provide a comprehensive overview of U.S. state policies. Our tool includes 764 state policies over 300 years, which encompasses legislations that had a great impact in history, such as Medicare, abortion ban, or gun control. The dataset also includes 18,000 policy adoption cases. For example, an adoption case looks like this. PA adopted a policy, abortion ban. Besides that, we also provide policy-related documents and state metadata including policy information, full-text documents, and state-related attributes. In order to see what the influential landscape of states is, our tool especially infers a network of states based on adoption cases. Let's say you have a policy of interest. This policy has 3 following adoption cases as a sequence. Pay attention to 3 states, California, Virginia, and Oklahoma, which are colored by red, yellow, and purple, and their temporal dependency. California adopted first among 3 states and 3 policies, then others followed. Based on this dependency, we infer a network about how states are likely to influence each other. The inferred network shows California is likely to influence Virginia, and Virginia to influence Oklahoma. PolicyFlow supports a variety of functionality to help you understand the patterns over policy adoption cases. First, we provide an overview of the influential relationship between states. This network can be filtered in the context of topical, temporal, and spatial dimensions. Explore any other contexts based on policy category, time period, or combination of multiple contexts. When you are interested in details on specific nodes, you can hover over a node and see how a state is connected to others. We also support the assessment of the inferred relationship. Since this is a general pattern by inferring a network, we support a visual summary of how the inferred relationship is conforming to or deviated from actual adoption trends. Let's get into the system. Once you open the system, it is initiated with the entire dataset. The network view is the primary part of our system that gives you an overview of the inferred relationships between all states. These 3 views altogether help you filter adoption cases in temporal, topical, and spatial dimensions. This table view is a list of policies selected after filtering. Once you select a policy, details of a policy are displayed in the Policy Detail view. Navigation and drop-down menus support further explorations with different options and modes. Let's say you want to look at some policies in specific context. For example, health-related policies in some time period for some states. Let's explore abortion ban-related policies. You can adjust filters to select a context. For example, civil right category. You can see that the whole system is re-rendered for the set of policies, and drag the time period from 1970 to the latest, and select 4 states in the Northeast region. You can see that the network view is also filtered for selected states. By clicking states again, you can deselect them. Let's switch to regional mode in the map view. You can select the northeastern region, then see how the network is re-rendered for the region. The states in the network can be represented by other influence attributes, for example, closeness. You can check that node sizes are adjusted to closeness. PolicyFlow also supports the exploration of a single policy. Let's explore abortion ban policies in detail. You can search for abortion in the search bar, then several policies are retrieved. Select a policy called Physicians Can Refuse to Do an Abortion, then detailed information is listed in Policy Detail view. The list view includes the top 5 similar policies in terms of content and cascade, and the network view renders the network patterns for the selected policy. Policy Inspection view gives you the visual overview of detailed diffusion pattern, which consists of several components. Given a selected policy, it visualizes policy adoption cases in the matrix view with x-axis for temporal dimension and y-axis for spatial dimension as semicircles. Policy Inspection view also visualizes influential patterns from a set of policies, for example, in the civil right category. But you may observe that these patterns are one of two kinds. Some of the general patterns regarding civil right policies are conforming to time order in adoption cases of this policy, but others are deviating from it in their reverse order. We refer to them as expected patterns with purple strokes, and also deviant patterns with pink strokes, which come straight from the adoption year of the source state all the way to the target state. We compute the ratio of conforming patterns as a conforming score. When you hover over a state, the view indicates the influential relationship with arrows colored as dark purple, and with other arrows colored as gray to connect the source state to any other target states. The matrix is also sortable for a variety of factors, for example, total population. We also provide socioeconomic attributes of the states, so when you select an attribute, the map view and network view are colored by it. Attributes are displayed with correlation scores. For example, how per capita income is correlated to the degree of influence.